Okay, we're gonna get this thing started now. And listen, if right now, just go share. Uh, if you're on a replay, uh, put some comments in, even if you're on a replay. So on the next Rage Corner Live, we can answer them. Okay, so here we go.
I was having a conversation with a brother yesterday, and we was talking about some things, and I ain't brought this up on the radio show. One of the reasons why the black community isn't respected is because a lot of us, not all, a lot of us don't realize we are in a position of begging people for stuff. We are in a position of wanting to be involved with other people's stuff instead of having our own. Do you realize that in this day and time, black people have achieved a whole lot? Yes, they have. Black people have the most money they've ever had in their life at this point in time. You had the most freedom that you ever had in this nation, like you have at this point in time. You even got Barack Obama as your president, okay? Many of the old people thought, and even me personally, thought that would never happen in the United States of America, but it happened twice already, okay? But in the midst of all that, Obama does great for himself or whatever. I'm talking about you. You understand something? Power respects power. And the reason why a lot of us in the black community isn't respected is because of our economic power. Now, black people have money. Black people not broke. You know why I'm saying you're not broke? Why every time iPhone come out, there's a bunch of black people in line to buy iPhone. Every time new shoes come out, there's a bunch of black folks in line.
And see, that's what I always say. That's why we can't continue to do free stuff, free workshops and all those things, because we have money. It's where we spending it. We're spending it the wrong way. So it's not like we don't have money to do the things to invest in ourselves. So let's go.
And buy shoes, no matter $200, $300. So you got money. You got the latest clothes on. I didn't even know the other day, because I don't wear expensive clothes, that Hollister shirts cost $60, $70. And I see a lot of black folks wearing that stuff. So you got money. Your cars look good. You spend money on that. You'll slap some $1,200, $1,300 rims on your ride. So you got money. It's not that you don't have money. It's the fact of the matter is you don't apply it to where you need to apply it to. And you need to do your research on Black Wall Street. On Black Wall Street, don't take away, and everybody want to talk about the destruction of Black Wall Street. I don't want to talk about the destruction of it. I don't even want to talk about the even racism that was in the midst of the destruction of it. Throw that part away. I want to talk about what got Black Wall Street to where it's at, and that's what blacks need to move to now, okay? You need to move more to self-sufficiency, business ownership, and investment. That's where you need to move to, black folks. Think about it. If at least 80% of you were business owners, or at least had high-paying, lucrative careers in fields that nobody can run you out of, literally, it wouldn't even be no need for affirmative action whatsoever. If at least, and I'm talking to you brothers, and I'll get to your sisters in a minute, you brothers, and you get into business, at least for the things that black folks do, at least that much. Like, for instance, black people like putting rims on their car. Let's just be honest. Why don't you brothers be having tire shops, selling rims? There's nothing wrong with that. See, I don't care if somebody say, well, it's stereotypical. I don't care what stereotype is. I see everybody driving around with rims. Black, white, Mexican, Asian, I see everybody. You brothers need to start opening up some rims.
And see, that's what we're talking about. If you guys have any questions, just go on and type it in because I'm looking at it. But listen, so, I mean, someone is going to sell rims or sell what we call quote unquote black items to black folks. Someone has to do that. So let's get all this black issues out of the way. We talked about, are we doing a disservice about calling black businesses, whatever. It don't matter. But the point that matters is that we start creating these businesses and stop being tricked into saying things of the nature that's stereotypical to sell rims because that's what black folks do. But everybody buy rims because we're only targeting one population. And if you target one population, if anything goes wrong with that target segment, then guess what? You are out of luck. That's why we have to expand to more than just one target population and expand out. But let's go on back and hear what the brother has to say.
Shops. There's nothing wrong with that. You brothers need to start having your own shoe store. Y'all always in line to buy a shoe store. You brothers always buying phones. Y'all got the latest phones. Why don't you open up some cell phone shops? Cell phone. You know what I'm saying? You need to think more about business. Get into business. It's because when you have your own business, who set the rules? You. Who gonna fire you? Nobody. Because that's your own business. Nobody can tell you, well, you know, we're downside.
So watch this. Let me tell you what's so important about this, to give you a little history. You know, and there's a lot of brothers out there with felons who've been in prison. I didn't have a felon, but I've been to prison. But one thing I realized, right, there was one person that wasn't going to fire me. That was me. There was one person, if I put on my application, I've been convicted of a crime, I would still get hired. That would be me. And that's what we have to understand. We can't use excuses. We have to take those gifts and talents that we used on the street and now flip it to being legal entities. That's one of the things that Exodus House Incubation Program is what we want to do. We want to make everybody legal entities. So as you expand, you grow into things, but that growth pattern, you don't have to change nothing because you have the right foundation. So let's go on back and because we're talking about solutions right now. We're talking about solutions. We always talk about businesses. We're always talking about investments, but we have to put things around business owners so that they can succeed. They won't be 7 out of 10 that fail. You know, it's about business ownership. It could be black business, white business. It don't matter. 7 out of 10 business fail, period.
I think so we have to let you go. No, because you in business for yourself. And do you know when you in business for yourself, that is power. That is economic power. Think about it. And at least 80% of black folks with business owners, at least that much. Do you know that it will be a total thought process change towards black people? Say, wait a minute, the black people, they got money all of a sudden. We got to approach these black folks different. And then it wouldn't just be Democrats that just come talk to us. It'd be Republicans as well, because they'd be trying to get our vote because, wait a minute, black folks are campaign donors now, big time, because they got all these businesses. You get what I'm saying? We need to create our own businesses. We need to invest. Instead of you spending money on a $300 pair of shoes and going to get you an iPhone, why don't you open you up an E-Trade, a SkyTrade account, and put the $500 in there, and you see all these slaves in the industry. I'm talking about when you stay in the long lines, it's like you slaves in the industry. You make
Wait a minute. See, this is getting some real stuff. Listen, that just makes sense. But if no one is telling us that, if no one is teaching us that, yes, you heard it, but you definitely need to tune into and consult an incubation program. Yeah, I'm gonna push mine because that's why I'm on here, to show you what we need. Those things like that are the stuff that we need to train, to learn how to shift our income, to learn how to decrease our debt and decrease our credit. And then watch this. When we want to make sure, especially with Trump now, creating a home-based business will allow us to take advantage of the tax breaks that are going down. Now, here's the thing, real quick, because I want to make sure you hear this film, but listen to this. So you got two sides of the thing. On this side, you have employees and you have sole proprietors. On this side, you have business owners and you have investors. When you go to the bank as an employee or as a sole proprietor, they ask to see your credit. Wow. But when you become a business owner and a investor, they ask to see your financial statement. We want to get to the point where you're using your financial statement and not your credit. Let's go.
Apple all this money. Why don't you buy Apple stock? You making Nike all this money. Why don't you buy Nike stock? Samsung, all the whatever ones. Why don't you buy stock into these companies at least? That way, when all these brand new gadgets come out and you see you lines of people standing, you're like, oh shoot, I'm good. Company making money, stock going up. You can invest just as much as Mitt Romney invests, but you choose not to. You think Mitt Romney, of all people, all the millions he get, you think he started off with millions of dollars? No, he just learned the system and knew all the loopholes. That's what Mitt Romney did. You can do the exact same thing. America is a capitalistic society. You can do the exact same thing in the area of your money and finance. But we don't do that. We're afraid to invest our money. We're afraid. We're afraid to step out and own our own business. It's like some of you are afraid to even have a black person ahead of you in anything. You try to cut through them, try to undermine them, but you find with a boss that's white over you, a lot of you black folks. It's the truth. And don't say I'm lying about it. When you step out of the business for yourself, you're the boss, nobody else. It's a process, of course, to get there, but you get there. You work your job while you're building your business. Once your business is making way more money.
And see, this is what I like. So I got my cousin made a statement. Mitt Romney was born into wealth. No comparison to the average black man or woman in the hood. You got it right. That's what I'm talking about. This is where even though we have people talking, it's a challenging. What is wrong is wrong. What is right. We need to show some information that we're getting misinformation. So we need to make sure we, even on videos like this, to correct the information so people won't get duped or won't be had. Thank you, cuz, for that. Let's keep moving.
Then your job, then you can walk away. You know what I'm saying? The last thing, don't you think it's offensive that other people groups are in your neighborhood running?
And see, my cousin said, Milt, like Trump, was giving startup capital to start his business. And that's what I'm talking about. The biggest problem for most businesses, right, of our color is startup capital. So let us teach you how to, well, there are certain ways you can get startup capital. There's certain ways, just like the book with Damon, whatever his name is, it's called The Broke, right? The Broke. How you can start a business without no money. Then when you talk about whichever business model that you want to use, that's another thing that we'll be teaching. There's 22 different types of business models. Some business models is to start a business that fits the criteria of what you want to do is very low investment. Not you don't need $500-600 to get you started. And guess what? This is coming out of the book, The Investment for Dummies. The Investment for Dummies. Go look that up. It tells you when you do real estate, which everybody want to do, think is big money, you only get a 9 to 10% interest on real estate. But for businesses, for small-based businesses, right? Those businesses can create more multimillionaires than ever before. And that's part of our workshop, to show you guys how we can get that capital started with the least amount of money based on the business model that you can use. That's what we're saying. We're trying to teach you here at Exodus House Incubation Program and the consultant firm how it's done. These videos that we will show you, we're going to tell you what's good and what's bad. We're on the objective right now, and we want to hear from you guys when things aren't right. So come on, let's keep it moving. Thank you, cuz.
But yet you go to their neighborhood and you're not there running shop. Don't you think that's like offensive and out of order? But you allow it? Let's get an example. Sisters, you're not offended that every shop that you go to buy weed, Koreans own it? On every block they own weed? Why don't black women own that? All black men. Why is that? Wouldn't it be strange that if you go to a Mexican food or Chinese food restaurant and a bunch of black folks own it, and black folks is all working in there, but yet black folks are selling enchiladas and rice? Wouldn't that look strange? I mean, everybody runs their own stuff. You go to a Mexican food restaurant, Mexicans run it and own it. You go to the Chinese run it. That's what you're supposed to see. But no, in our community, we'll let the Koreans come in and sell weed. How the Koreans gonna tell you as a black woman what's good hair or not? They don't wear it. So how could they even tell you? And sisters, you don't think that's out of line and out of order? How have we gotten to the point where we let Koreans come into our community and sell you stuff for you? You're supposed to own that. You're supposed to shun them Koreans and open up your own. I ain't got nothing against Koreans. I'm just making a point. No, you're not. You don't own stuff in other people's communities.
See, so these are some of the things that I'm talking about. We're constantly talking about we need to own this in our community. We need to own this, but we're not giving no solutions about how do we start up these businesses in our community with not enough capital. One of the workshops that I just did a couple of weeks ago, I'm gonna keep doing it again, is Get Me Started to Success. Get Me Started to Success will give you the ideas of how to get capital to start your business. It's by design that people come in our neighborhoods and put up shop. It's by design. You know what I'm saying? So because we are not getting trained properly how to open up businesses. We're not getting trained properly how to sustain businesses. Opening up businesses are easy. Sustaining them is the things that we need to work on. We have to start investing into ourselves, but we can't continue to just tell people we need to start business, we need to start business. But we want to show you how at Exodus Health Incubation Program. But let's keep going, because he has some good stuff and he has some bad stuff. I mean, it is what it is. But if you got some questions, please type them in. I'm looking right at them.
Why they own the stuff in yours? And you patronizing them at the same time. None of you sisters that got business degrees or brothers that got business degrees can't start selling weed. Get with somebody who's passionate about black women's hair and start selling weed. You can't do that? Yes, you can. Stop just buying weed and look to own that junk. There's nothing wrong with that. I remember when I heard them women on TV say they spent $700 on weed. I say, you know what? Let me finish doing what I'm trying to do right now, and I'm going to look into getting in the weed business. You can call me what you want. I'm going to look into getting into that weed business, because it's a lot. And women are spending $700 on some weed, something that's temporary, and they go keep coming back to buy it. Oh, I got to get involved with that. I'm going to research it once I get finished doing what I'm doing now. The business venture I got going on. Because I'm sick of them Koreans owning stuff that belongs to us. That stuff belongs to us. Now, you have your opinion about weed if you want. I don't care about your opinion. I'm talking about the business aspect of it. The sisters who want to wear it, that's them. Ain't nobody's business. If you ain't buying and putting the weave in their hair, don't worry about it. If you don't like a chick with weed, don't get one with a chick with weed. You're going to be one woman at a time anyway. Some of y'all dudes so caught up on talking about weed, and y'all be still trying to get them chicks' pants with the weave in their head. So just y'all be.
So yeah, so these are some of the things that we're talking about. You know, we're going to have different guest speakers on. It's all about business. It's all about business. I'm telling you, it's all about business. So let me show you something real quick. Let me share something with you real quick. Okay. All right. Let me stop the recording.